Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Monday night panel, which is Vic and I. So we're the panel tonight. Can somebody who's watching on Facebook please just comment that you can actually see us? I had an error come up when we went live, and it should be okay now. But if somebody can just confirm, that would be great. So how are you, Vic? You okay?
I'm very well, Chris. Thanks very much indeed. Yes, you might have noticed in the opening that there are some pictures of an incredibly memorable game back in 2018. It was on this day then that Swindon Town 5, Sheffield United 5 took place. Ben Gladwin on 4 and 10 minutes, Michael Smith on 18 and 59 with a penalty, and Jonathan Obika on 84 minutes, which meant a 7-6 aggregate win over Sheffield United. We'd love your memories of that game. Still one of the most extraordinary matches I've ever seen. It was bonkers, to be honest. And also on this day, 1979, Swindon lost 2-1 at Sheffield Wednesday. Alan May scoring for the Town on 88 minutes. It effectively ended Swindon's chances of promotion to Division 2 that season. So 2 significant matches on May the 11th. If you've got memories of either of those games, then get in touch, specifically the Sheffield United game. I'll run through the teams as well of both those matches a little later on. As we know, of course, in the Sheffield United game, it meant that the Town went on and lost to Preston in that not-to-be-remembered final at Wembley by 4-0. So, yeah, great memories stirred by that, not necessarily for the Sheffield Wednesday game, but if you've got any memories of those matches, we'd love to hear them.
Excellent. Yes, I was there at both. So thank you, everybody who's confirmed that we can see you. You can see us on Facebook, which is good to know. So thank you for that. So tonight's just going to really be about everything and anything, really. We've got some questions that we're going to ask you a bit later. But first of all, just Vic and I had the privilege of going over to our new charity partner for next season on Thursday. So it's the Swindon Night Shelter and the Haven. It was a really good visit. They do a tremendous job. It was eye-opening. I'm not going to hide that. It was very eye-opening. What they have is the Haven part of it is a day centre. So it's an open door. So anybody can come in and have breakfast and dinner, breakfast and lunch. They do all sorts of activities, and that's where we hope to be helping them. For instance, they do on a Wednesday a gardening club. They do woodworking, arts and crafts, so all sorts of different things. And this is one thing that we said, well, we can certainly help with things like that if people have got equipment or surplus, anything they can give, so we can hand it over to them. She said the person who runs it, Dawn, she said it costs £16,000 a month to run the place. They have permanent staff and a lot of volunteers. Then they have, as part of that, they have what they call a food bank, but it's not a food bank as the normal food bank run. You pay £1 for every person in your family, and then you can shop and get everything at 75% off. They get a lot of things donated to them from Iceland and Amazon and places like that, as the usual homeless shelters do. But you can also get fresh fruit and veg, bread, milk, and you can have that's unlimited within reason. So you can do that as well. So it's a helping food bank, not a free food bank. And then the other part of it is the night shelter itself. What they do is they have 14 bedrooms, was it, Vic? I think it was 14 rooms they have.
Yeah.
In two sort of like, it used to be the chalet school, so it was classrooms. So they've converted them all into bedrooms. There's some doubles and singles, and there's a family one as well. It has to be referred, so you're referred from the council, so you can't just walk in. Yeah, but it was just so enlightening what they actually did there. It seems to be here, there, and everywhere. They've got washing machines, showers, so the people at the day centre can come in, if they're sleeping rough, come in, have a shower, and things like that, and do their washing and stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very worthwhile one for us to help with. We will see the difference with that going forward as well. So we will be promoting that over the close season. We have got some badges being made as well as usual. So yes, we hope to make a lot of money for them and help them in any way they need. If they need volunteers for things or stuff like that, we can actually use our waiver sort of fan base we've got to actually see if anybody can do anything for that as well. So hopefully, yeah. So what did you think of it, Vic? You come with us, didn't you?
I did. I thought it was they do extraordinary work, and I liken them to the Salvation Army. They do our dirty work for us, and they do it very well. And they put a lot of time and effort into this, and hoping to make people's lives better. Little things like, if you've got any spare garden implements that you don't want anymore, you don't use, they're always happy to have those for their gardening club, things like that. But we will be obviously promoting them much more as the season draws ever nearer, and we will be talking to those who are involved. We'll do a special panel with them as we get close to the new season. So very much looking forward to working with them. They're great people, and what they do should be promoted as possible. So we'll be doing that next season. Looking forward to working with them a lot.
And it was just, if we can do the same as we've done for prospects and get that highlighted as well, it'd be fantastic. Also on Saturday night we had an evening out, didn't we?
We did, yes. Very rare evening out. We went to the women's end of season presentation evening, and what a great evening it was, and what a fantastic season they've had. They've won the league, of course. They've won the Wiltshire Cup. They've had fantastic cup runs. And Annie Coulson's got 150 goals for the club, 51 goals this season, 51, which is extraordinary. And not surprisingly, she won Player of the Year. But lots of hope for the future as they step up to Tier 3 of the women's game, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and you've got a message here from Tam saying, was lovely to share a table with you, Vic.
Yes, it was lovely. Thank you very much indeed for that. It was great. We had a lovely chat, and it was a very pleasant evening. Thank you.
Okay, so some of the things we're going to talk about this evening, and it's up to you. We're going to pass it over to you as the listeners. About the retained list, we know a few of the ones that are going to be retained and a couple of them that have been released, not officially by the club, but by the people themselves. So what's your thoughts on that? And also, going back to the fans forum on Thursday, we don't want to talk about the politics and everything like that. We'll leave that to the trust to do at the moment. But it's the wedge. One of the people said there was a wedge between the club and the fans. What are your thoughts on it? What's causing this wedge? Not the obvious, but is there anything else that can be done? Anything that you want us to take back to the club and explain? Just things like that. As I said, we're not going into politics and shares and all that malarkey. It's more to do with the fans, how we want to be treated more like, or supported, really. We'll support them. How do you want them to support us? So things like that. Anything else, Vic, we can talk about tonight? And I've gone dark again.
No, Georgia's amongst those who've brought that subject up, so we're looking forward to that. We want your solutions, really. That's what we want. We want, sensible solutions. Not the obvious one, because, from what was said on Thursday night, I don't think that's going to happen. So what can be done to mend those bridges between the club and the fans. I just wanted to say thanks very much to Heather, to Nick, to Carol and Lee for telling us that we can be seen, which is always useful. Hi, Lawrence. Evening to you as well. GAP Phillips says, pray for Tottenham Hotspur. We have links with the club, Mr. Hoddle. God, I mean, it's going to be a tense finish to that Premier League season. I think Tottenham they're playing Leeds tonight, I think, aren't they? So big game for them. Hi, Mike. I think we'll do better in tier 3 than last time, he says, with his little emoji like that. Hi, Max. Is Anthony Hall saying we'll look into it and then doing nothing? PA, the obvious issue that he has ignored. We can put the PA down. Immense frustration.
And I don't think I'll just come back from what I know on this. It hasn't been ignored. There's been lots and lots of things done. They've had an acoustic person out to measure it and everything. But of course, that's when the stadium's empty. I'm not technical at all, but it seems to be a lot different when there's people in there than when it's empty. So they are going to get somebody out on a match day or something like that to see what the difference is. But as I say, I'm not technical. I don't know why. But you can hear it in the toilets, apparently. So you can hear it very clear in the toilets. So that's fine. So we'll all go in and have it now.
It's a lot warmer in there sometimes as well, isn't it?
I wrote PA down on my list. Don't worry.
Right, PA's down. Hi, Fifey. Evening, both. Hope all is well. Thanks for everything this season. Well, thank you to Fifey. I'll see you later because I've been honoured to be asked to be part of Fools Rush In tonight. So, see you later. Okay. There's lots of comments coming in. Why are you sitting in the dark, Chris? Well, you're not now. Oh, you are now.
No, I don't know what it is. I've got the lights on, but my back's to the window, and it seems to be I go dark all of a sudden. So that's not a bad thing, I tell you. It's not a bad thing. Don't worry.
Well, stay exactly where you are because it's fine at the minute. All right, so stay there, whatever you're doing. Well done, the ladies, says JP Phillips. Sean says, with James Watts leaving, is at the end of the concert. Sure, he'll take them there now. That's to Cheltenham, of course. He's going to as managing director. Don't know is the answer. Can't answer that. They've got. Is it next weekend? They've got the concerts, Chris. Yeah.
Next Saturday. Yeah. 16. Yeah.
Also, why are some so hateful of Clem? I don't see it myself. He saved the club. And John Doyle says, buy better players. we really like your, we want your comments, your sensible comments, so that we can put them to the club, because that's what we want to do. Where's the mural from the town going to go? At the ground end, at the town end, I guess that is. Clem doesn't attack us, so why do our supporters attack him? Why can't we all talk together and sort things out, please? That's another comment which is coming in.
Okay. So can I just go back to the mural?
Yes.
So the mural was what was in town by the old bus station, by the artist Hannah. It was removed because it was damaged and there was obscene drawings on there. We've picked it up. It's at the ground at the moment. When Hannah can actually get there and get it up and she can repaint it, then we'll see if it's been damaged too much. We don't think it has. On first looking at it, it should be fine to be able to just take the graffiti off and touch it up where it's needed. There are a couple of places at the ground that have been suggested, but until Hannah has actually looked at it and done everything like that, it's difficult. It's going to perish if it's outside all the time, but there are some bits that are inside places inside that we might be able to put it on. So yes, it's not been left to rot in the cupboard. It is. We are discussing it. So, but thanks, Sean, for that.
Another one. This is from John. As you won't remember, I predicted last year that we would be up by Easter. I think I'll keep my thoughts to myself this season. Thank you, John. If only you'd been correct, that would have been great. Right, hang on. Kevin says this is about the PA. It's been every season the same. Can't hear anything. Max says, but like you say, we're stuck with them, sadly. Mike says, I think to diminish the wedge, the club could reduce the amount of time they spend on publicising how much they dislike the fans. And is Chris not going on Fools Rush In tonight too? No, he's very busy later. I think you've got something on tonight, haven't you? So unfortunately, you can't make it. Yes. Right. So this is from Daniel. Has Clem been invited onto the sofa to answer fans' questions directly? Seems to have been an age since he last gave fans the opportunity on a platform such as this.
He does the fans forums. He's not over here all the time, and when he's traveling a lot. I'm not making excuses, but I don't. What is it? And this is a question that it's not my opinion or anything. Why is it that people want to hear from Clem? A lot of the other clubs don't know who their chairman or don't have their chairman speak to them all the time. Why is it people? Is it going back to when Clem first took over and he was here, there, and everywhere and talking to everybody? Is that the reason? I don't know. It's just a question out there. But
I mean, what we'll try to do is we'll try before the start of the new season to get him on. I think that's basically what we can endeavour to do. So I think that's what we'll endeavour to do throughout the course of the close season, possibly towards the end of next season. So we will put that down. Chris has written it down. It's on a list.
It's on my list.
It's on your list. Nick says, isn't the biggest issue is how the associate board is being downgraded? Surely, or no, I think is that what the AB's called? The associate board, advisory board, advisory board. Yeah, okay. Is being downgraded. Surely this should be the vehicle to sort issues. Well, you're on the advisory board, Chris. Tell us how it goes.
Why do you think it's been taken down? I don't understand that bit. Let us know why your opinion's that. Advisory board, we discuss everything. Every question that comes in is discussed. Notes are taken, and then it's written up. It's then passed round everybody again to see if they want to make any changes to their bits or whatever. I don't know. What is it you want to come out of it? Let us know. As I say, I go on the advisory board so I can take anything back and see. So, and it's not me being defensive. I'm pleading I'm sitting on the sort of fence so that I don't have my opinion, but I want your opinion so we can take it forward. So I don't want it diluted by my opinion. If that makes sense, I know what I mean.
Yeah, so, I precisely know what you mean. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hi, okay. Dan. Why are shirts still so expensive, even though the season has ended? That I can't answer.
So there was a discount, wasn't there? But I think it was only 5% or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any idea, folks? So, hi, Declan. Any idea, folks, on new shirts release? That's usually 3 or 4 weeks before the start of the season, isn't it? Sometimes it's later than that. When was that? Our town event that you went to? That was quite
July,
close,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
July.
it was. Yeah.
I can ask if they know when it's going to be shirt launch yet.
I did have a conversation with James Watts recently when I complimented them on the Prospect shirt, which is pretty darn nice, I'd say. And I said, I wouldn't mind that for the away shirt next season. And he said, well, next season's away shirt is a real stonker. So, don't know. He wouldn't tell me anymore. So, and now he's gone. So, there we go. Right. John says, kids for pound and better burgers. Sure, I often talk about this, but in America, they do you buy a ticket. And with that ticket, you get an all-you-can-eat section of the ground. I don't know whether that's an idea, whether that would float over here, but you pay $25 and you eat as many nachos or hot dogs as you possibly can eat. I don't know. Maybe that's something for some clubs to look at. Maybe Swindon could look at that. I don't know. Hi, Fifey again. Genuine comment. I went to Elsie's for the first time versus Chesterfield. Really nice. The options available on the match day deserve recognition. Heard good things about the cake place outside the town end. That's the cake store, isn't it, Elsie's? Is that right?
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the Don Rogers stand too, isn't it? I think.
Those
Fifey
do lovely
says,
pies.
yes. They do. I've had some of the veggie pies. They are very nice. Fear not, Chris says, Fifey, I will get you on another day. So you've had it, basically.
I want it.
Hi, Michelle. This is I think, Chris, if we had a decent CEO who actually communicated us respectfully, it would be an improvement. So maybe communication.
Yeah, well, yeah, communication's a big thing, isn't it? On lots of cases, that would help on a lot of things. Yeah. Down on the list.
Loads of comments. Rich says Clem is doing a fantastic job, says Rich. Just to remember also those two games that I was telling you about earlier on. May the 11th, 2018, Swindon 5, Sheffield United 5, one of the craziest, most bonkers games ever at the county ground. What are your memories of that one? Swindon went on to win those two-legged match 7-6, having won at Bramall Lane 2-1 on the Thursday night, which, if I remember rightly, was a general election night. So because I was working at the time, couldn't go to that because, darn it, I was presenting an electric special. So how annoying is that? I couldn't go to Bramall Lane that night. And also, if you went to Sheffield Wednesday on that Friday night, like I did, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Swindon 1, which effectively ended their chances of promotion to Division 2. And I'll give you the rundown on both of those games a little later. Have you got the comments there as well, Chris, or is it just me? Because there's loads of them.
There is loads of them. Yeah.
Nick Smallwood's next.
So we've got lots of things, and it's. I think I'm getting a lot of this is communication and respect. I think that's what's lacking. I think with the questions that are coming through. I think it's trust, as in trust people, not the trust itself. Can you register that the tardiness of the minutes is extremely frustrating? Is that timing wise, or is that the content of them? If you can clarify on that, and I presume that's the AB minutes you're talking about. So if you can clarify if it's the timeliness or the actual content, that'd be good.
This is from Nick. Chris, I think it's simple as we don't trust Clem, which is basically what you said. There are so many questions about what's going on and never get answered. We are so much worse off than when he took over. So trust, as you've mentioned there. John says, can Clem afford to take us up? Get Clem on, please. Get Clem on, please. There is broadband in Australia. I believe there is. I've never been there. I've never been there, but I'm sure there is.
Okay, so Max is saying it's diluted by the fact that minutes take a month to be released, so it's timeliness.
Right.
That's fine. I know this month's have been approved, so they're just waiting to be done. So waiting to be released. So that's fine. But if that's the case, it's the timeliness, not the content of them. Or is there something else we need to be included in that as well? Okay.
Crazy Fistful. Agree with Michelle. Think it's more effective general poor comms from the club. Max says, why does Anthony Hall seem to speak so much at the advisory board, and then when it comes to the fans forum, barely says a word? Hi, Royston. Can you convey to the club that the tardiness of the minutes? Sorry, that's what you were just talking about. You're playing devil's advocate very well, Chris, which is what we're doing at the minute because we want your comments. We don't want,
because I think it's we want to be able to take them back, and because they obviously weren't aware of what the problems are. So if we can help at all with that, that's all well and good. So so please carry on with that. So Jane is saying food is food is terrible, not enough choice.
Okay.
Okay, so is it terrible in as much as edible, or is it because there's not enough choice that it's the choices that are not that are terrible? If you deals for single parents, club needs to do more in the community, pre-match and half-time entertainment. Okay, Jamie, please, if you can tell us what you would like regarding in the community and pre-match and half-time. If you can tell us what you'd like, then that'll give us an idea to go back with. So that's good.
Royston says, that's me, is my match day host gig paid? No, is the simple answer to that. No, I don't get free tickets. I have a season ticket. I pay for a season ticket. So no is the answer. All right. Okay. Bromley's shirts are already out. Can I request next kit caters for the larger physique, please? I would love to wear an in-season shirt for a change, but require an extra large to what is typically on offer.
Okay. So extra sizes of shirts.
Yeah.
Extended. Okay. Mascot experience. Absolutely shocking when my son did it versus Accrington. Nobody turned up to chaperone the kids, had to beg for match day programme, didn't even meet any players, which is why most children want to do it. No changing room tour or anything, and literally kicked a ball on the pitch for about 3 minutes. Okay, that seems to be a bit different to how it usually is. Accrington, I believe, was the charity kit game, 12 o'clock, 12:30 kickoff. I don't know if it's any different for a 12:30 kickoff to a 3 o'clock. What do you mean nobody turned up to chaperone the kids? Justin, if you can give me some more details on that, not on here, maybe email or message me, and then I'll pick that up because, yeah, you should have the changing room tour at least on that. So, yeah, if you want to do that, that's brilliant. I'll take that up. Okay.
John has said, yes, I may not get paid, but I do get a badge and a yellow vest. Well, the yellow vest was a birthday present from you and Mary, wasn't it, Chris? So that's the vest. And the ticket allows me to get on the pitch and, annoyingly for you, John, into the toilets in the upstairs section. That's it. Nothing more. But I shouldn't wave the badge in your face, John. That's nasty, isn't it, really? I know it's the thing that annoys him, so I'll do it more. Instead of wanting to speak to Clem, you should invite one of the local group on the show, as they seem to know more about the club, the finances, and all the rest. Why not the club put out the retain list if not asked before?
Okay,
sure
I can answer that. I can.
Yeah.
They are putting out in the next couple of days. They were in Thursday and Friday. Thursday, the management team were in discussing it, and Friday, I think the majority of the players were told Friday. I think that's why a couple of them have already come out with their goodbyes prior to the club announcing it officially. So, but I expect there might be a few players that weren't available or whatever to come in. So, because I think they've done it all face to face.
Yeah, which is only right, to be fair. Elsie says, class, one of the few good things about home match day. Did the club say why the fans forum wasn't recorded or live streamed to you? Could be helpful to get a genuine reason. You may remember that it was £5 was charged to go to the fans forum. All that money went to Prospect. So it would seem incongruous to those who didn't pay to watch when money goes to charity. Would that be fair, Chris? Would that be a fair answer?
Yeah, I think that's one of the answers. The other answer is the acoustics in the Legends Lounge is terrible. With when they'd done the round table, it was fine because you had only those two speaking. But if you have it with the large group asking questions and everything, it isn't as good. It's not good at all. So I think that was one of the other reasons as well.
Even though there's an old chap running around with a microphone so that people can say what question. Yeah.
And I think next time we'll ask for an extra mic so somebody else can do the running for you. But hey,
that'd be very kind, especially 2 weeks after a marathon. That'd be really good of you. Thank you. He said the budget is not going down next season, says Sean. Who's taking over James Watt's post? We don't know, Rich. Simple as that. Hi, Adrian. Even if the PA system was working better, there's no mention of the disrespectful Chesterfield fans singing through the Roll of Honour. Disgusting.
Okay. Can I butt in on that one?
Yeah.
I think there's two reasons and maybe a solution. Two reasons were that because the tannoy they couldn't hear the tannoy, they probably didn't know it was happening. If they did know it's happening, it was when their players were coming off the pitch from warm-up. So they were clapping their players coming off in the warm-up. What we've suggested is that next season, when we know what the last game is and who we're playing, in a timely manner, the club and ourselves will actually send them a note to say what we're doing, and then they can advise their fans, as well as we'll put it on socials as well. So hopefully with people knowing in advance, then they'll be sort of okay with it and respect it. They weren't disrespectful at all. It was the events that happened. And also, I think I can say, I'm sure I can say, but I am going to say, they're going to repeat it the first game of next season.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Because the people couldn't hear it, we will repeat it at the start of next season.
And I should also say that the BBC recorded it, and it is available on BBC Sounds should you wish to hear it. And it's perfectly clear because I listened to it the other day, so you can hear Jay read out the names perfectly. So it is available on BBC Sounds. It's not the same, I know, I get that, and I'm as frustrated as anybody about the whole thing. So you can listen to it, and it will be at the first game next season. So Joe says, concerning another employee in a key role behind the scenes has left. Lord Pom 9700. It seems like the club is going down the loo. Here's another one. This is Fifey. If you could both add one position during the transfer window, what position would you suggest is most important? Ooh.
Midfielder.
Yes, I would agree with that. Namdi Offerball.
Anthony Grant.
Would be my suggestion.
Somebody of that ilk.
Yeah, that sort of player. I mean, I think we've said many times that if we had a chance to have signed somebody last year, it would have been Namdi Offerball, wouldn't it? I mean, I'd have tied him down on a chair or something just to make sure he stayed. Hi, Jason. I'd like to apologise to you for having to stand next to me at the Legends Lounge during the final question. No apologies necessary, Jason. You're perfectly entitled to ask the questions that you asked. It's a free country, I believe, so you're able to ask it. Hi, Carol. If we couldn't hear it in the Don Rogers sound, please, pretty sure they wouldn't have heard it on the bank, which is the point we're making. Yeah.
And Royston, I can answer your question. Of course, you're my favourite YouTube commenter. There wouldn't be anybody else that I would say was my favourite except for you. So there you go.
Anybody else watching on YouTube, Chris apologises to for that comment.
You're all my
favourites. Right, getting Clem on here wouldn't make any difference. Wouldn't be any different from the fans forum, etc. He says a lot of words but doesn't really speak. Ooh, what is the scaffolding in front of T1 next to the floodlight there for? Do we know why?
No.
I mean, I think the town end is a major issue which needs to be discussed in the close season.
And I will share what we discussed at the AB. It's a lot of it. It started with the surge, and we've seen it at away games. There is surging, and I know I've certainly been knocked over a few times at away games and things. So, But that's how it started. But I think now when they've tried to solve that issue, the other issues have been sort of highlighted. And there is apparently, and I don't sit there, I don't know, maybe somebody can say, but there is a lot of antisocial behaviour. There's a lot of things being thrown, people spitting at people and stuff. And so what we've said is that we would like to have a meeting to talk about it and have recordings of it, so that myself and the trust can see firsthand what the problems are, and then maybe we can help a bit better with explaining it to the fans and made sure that things are reported. I know there's been talk of the problems with the stewards and things like that, but if we can see what the antisocial behaviour is and things, then we'll have a better idea of what actually is the problems. So that's going to be in the next few weeks. We're going to do that.
Neil Hutchins has been in touch from the Trust. Hi, Neil. Scaffold in the town end, temporary support to the roof around the pylon. So that answers that question. Thank you very much indeed, Neil. Good of you to get in touch.
Right, we're just both reading the questions. There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's loads. Thank you. I mean, I have to say, Chris and I had no idea what we were going to do tonight. We just thought, you know.
We've been locked down by a couple of people who we thought might have come on tonight. So this is why it's not, it's a bit disjointed, but it is what it is. But it's nice to know, have a chance to know your feelings and what we can work on. And also, what do you want us to do in the close season on Monday nights? Is there anything you would particularly like to talk about? Anybody you would like on, not necessarily an ex-player, but we're hoping to get a Community Foundation on to have a talk about the role they do in the community and things. So that'll be interesting. But is there anything else you would like us to do? So just let us know. We're open to any ideas.
Yes.
I'm just catching up with the questions.
Don't forget. Don't worry, Mike. I haven't forgotten your question from earlier. I will ask it. I will answer it in a minute. This is Mike Norris. I'm an occasional listener. Why occasional, Mike? But an ardent town fan. I don't get all these people knocking Clem. As far as I remember, we were about to go out of business before he rescued us. As for replacing him, the last time I looked, I didn't see a long line of potential purchasers queuing around the county ground. He may not be your favourite, but get behind the team, says Mike. Chris says, do you think Swindon will play a Welsh Premier League or Scottish Premiership side in pre-season? I dearly love a Scottish tour, wouldn't you? Hamilton Academicals away, please. That would be magnificent. Or a tour of Devon even. I can recommend a really nice club. Ottery St Mary would love to host you in a pre-season friendly. So it'd be really nice, wouldn't it? A little tour somewhere that we can all go to and have a good time. Ooh, let's have a look. Royston's very busy, but yeah, okay. What about to fans like myself who live 200 miles away? They streamed the Fans Forum back in 2024. The stream was perfect. Well, we will make that point. I think it's on the list, Chris, isn't it? Just we'll put it on the list and that's it. Simple, really.
Can I just make a comment about the Roll of Honour?
Yes.
The spread in the programme was absolutely fantastic.
It was.
Loads of compliments about that. And certainly from the people that I know that have had loved ones pass away, the way that it was set out and everything was really good. So
yeah, it was.
Good positive from that. Yeah.
Why not do the Roll of Honour and the Remembrance Day call out with the players around the centre circle? Well,
time. Last game of the season. Yeah, last game of the season. You have to kick off at 3:00. There's no give or take. You have to kick off at 3:00. So by the time the players come out, do everything, stand around the centre circle. If it's a long Roll of Honour, then there may be a risk that it may go over. So I think that is the reason. That's not official. I think that is probably the reason. A lot of clubs do the Roll of Honour on a yearly basis at the end of the year. So maybe that's something we can put to them and have it as a sort of a 25, 26 this year. Do it at the end of the year instead of at the last game of the season, where the last game of the season is always a bit full on, isn't it? Especially if you've got things to play for and stuff. So maybe the last game of the season or the first game of the new year, that might be a idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were the first club to introduce it, and I was very proud that they did that. And it just seemed to be the appropriate time to do it at the end of the season. But maybe that does need looking at. I think it's fair to say. Genuine feedback with regards to the fans forum is that when speaking about non-footballing matters, we really don't need to be shouted at by Mr. Holloway. Inappropriate of him to weigh in on the town end. Oh gosh. Of the 6 new grounds we get next season, which trip excites you the most? Well, Rochdale have gone up, haven't they? So is that a new ground? York have gone up. That is a new ground, but not those. Technically, those of us who've been to York in the past, it's a new ground, so it will be a new ground that we haven't been to before. Simple as that, really. But we, obviously been to York in the past. I'm just trying to think of the 6 new grounds. Port Vale have come down. That doesn't excite me a lot, does it? Exeter,
go back to the chip shop.
Yeah, Exeter excites me a lot because it means I only have to go 6 miles, so that's brilliant. Not that for Exeter, obviously, because a lot of my mates support Exeter, and I'm very sad about that. Fifey says I have nothing left to ask you later. Ha ha ha! He says. It'll be an early night then, Fifey. I could do with one of them. Tamsin says you two are amazing. Thank you, Tamsin. That's very kind.
Question from Claire regarding smaller sizes in children and infants for kits. Yeah, I can put that on the list to put to them. So yeah, Justin, I will. I will put it on a banner in a minute. Our email address, so you can email us. Okay. Sorry, Vic. I'll do that with you. Chat. Carry on talking.
Hang on, John's been in touch again. Hang on just a minute. Royston. That's all we hear from Chris. I've been on the panel 3 times and always say hello to her. Why aren't I the favourite? Is it the cigarette incident?
It's not, John. I'm sorry, but hi, John.
It is one of the most memorable moments of the entire season. We tried to get John on. His Wi-Fi wasn't working. And so he walked outside carrying his phone, lighting a cigarette and blowing away. It was hilarious, that's all I can say. Oh, yeah, the question from Mike from earlier. I haven't forgotten it, Mike. And I know you have a nap around about now, so I'll do it if I can find it very quickly. Ooh, let's have a look. Sorry, it's me and technology, old chap. Bear with me. Anyway, basically what he said was, which one do I prefer doing? The on the pitch stuff, what was the other one? Hosting fans forum. Yeah, and there was another one. There were 4, I think.
Oh, was there? I only thought 3. Oh, on the sofa.
And on the sofa, all of them. I enjoy all of them. Is that an answer? I mean, I do enjoy it because it's hard work, a lot of them, but trying to find guests on a Saturday is not easy. But you do all the hard work with this, Chris, so you know what it's like getting guests on, don't you?
Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's anything that I can answer, and I've not caught up yet. So, a chat with Billy Bowden. I'm sure we can get Billy on with his dad at some point. So
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. Gosh, Royston's got a lot of questions, hasn't he? It's because you said it is your favourite. Fifey says, can I come on Monday night panel in 26, 27, please? Yes, of course you can.
Of course you can. We have said right the way through, if there's anybody that wants to come on the panel, please let us know. We'll add you to the rota. We have a rota for the whole season for all our panelists. But as you can imagine, things come up, things crop up, so they can't attend. So we'd love to have more. So we've got a reserve list to it's on a Monday afternoon. If you know, I just shoot out all these WhatsApp messages. Who can join us tonight? Because we're down to 2 or 3. So
You've
so
gone
yeah,
dark
if
again.
there's anybody,
Gone all dark
if I go
again.
dark again,
Yeah.
back. So
You're
yeah,
back.
so if there is anybody that wants to come on the panel, they're more than welcome. So please just let us know.
Hi Claire, nice to hear from you. I have asked above about T1, T2 availability online. Also women's season tickets. Also, if you could provide an update or pose the question to relevant people. Did you get in free to the women's games of the season ticket this year? I think you did, didn't you? I'm not sure if that includes the women's this year or not.
I'm not sure. I will ask.
Yeah, okay. And the availability of T1, T2 online also is another one. Sean, this is from Sean King. Is Chris Kyle in one of those documentaries where they don't show the whistleblower's face?
Yeah.
Very good.
If I was technical enough, I would know that. I would be able to do that, but I'm not.
Sarah, I'd just like to say I don't get any free tickets. Is that a problem to understand, Chris? I don't get free tickets.
Who doesn't get free tickets?
Sarah asks, am I conflicted working for the club on match day, given the ownership issues? I'm sure his free tickets make a difference. Paying for a season ticket, is that free? Don't quite understand that. And it makes me quite angry to think that you think I get free tickets, because I don't. So there you go.
No, neither do I.
You don't either, do you, Chris?
No,
You've got a season ticket. Yeah.
No. Okay. I don't
know. Hi, Graham. I could try and arrange a friendly against my home team football club, Dalbeattie Star. It's in southwest Scotland near Dumfries. So I could also try and arrange friendly also against Stranraer, the Queen of the South. Also Annan Athletic. Please let me know. I can try and arrange for next pre-season.
Sounds good.
For the older ones amongst us, Annan Athletic, does Chi-Chi support them? I've always wondered about that. You have to be quite old to get that reference.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Declan, for the kind words. We try and do a good job, and we try and help where we can. So thank you for your comment. Colin, you say useful as the key points from the advisory board meetings were published to the wider fan base. They're all in the minutes, Colin. I'm not sure what you mean by that. They're published online on socials, gives you a link back to the website. So if you're not seeing it, please let me know. But yeah, the minutes are released. Okay, some of them have been taken a time to hit the website, but they are always published online.
Hi, Derek. To be fair, he's talking to me. At least the club could do is give you a complimentary season ticket. I don't want a complimentary season ticket, Derek. Very kind of you to say that, but I don't want one. Nor you, Chris, do you?
No.
It's as simple as that. I've never asked, nor would I want.
Yeah, we volunteer for the love of the club and the supporters. So it's we don't do it for any sort of comeback like that. It's no, I'm not sure I've ever shown my season ticket to anybody this season, because I'm usually pitch side anyway. So it's but yeah. So.
Chris is in witness protection again, says Matt.
Sorry.
Well, thank you very much. We got loads of comments, and I'm really, really pleased about that. Thank you. I'm just going to go through this Swindon Town 5, Sheffield United 5 game. Gladwin 4 minutes and 10 minutes. That first 17 minutes was bonkers, wasn't it? Michael Smith on 18 and 59 with a penalty. Jonathan Abiku came on as a sub. Got a goal in 84 minutes. The team that night, Fodringham, Thompson, Stevens, Turnbull, Byrne, Kasim, Ricketts, Luongo, Gladwin, Hilton, Smith. And the substitutes that came on that night, Obika, Rogers, and Rafa Rossi Branco. So that was the team that played in that one. May the 11th, 1979, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Swindon Town 1. Alan May scoring for the Town on 88 minutes. This is a Swindon team. Jimmy Allen in goal, Trollope, Ford, McHale, Carter, Stroud, Miller, Hamilton, Rowland, Bates, and Mays. The sub, Chris Kamara. They finished fourth in the third division that season, 57 points from 46 games. You might remember they won at Brentford on Monday 2-1, Miller and Mays. Finished fourth then, lost to Blackpool 5-2 away on the final day. Watford, Swansea and Shrewsbury went up. You might remember over Easter we played Watford at home, beat them 2-0, lost to Swansea at home, and Shrewsbury the third team to go up. So there we are. Sarah McConnell says, the free tickets was what I was told by an SO69 supporter. It is not true. I don't know how many more times I have to say it. It is not true. And if you keep on saying it, I'll get even more angry. How about that? Does that annoy you? Well, tough, quite frankly.
No, we don't get paid anything for what we do. It's all voluntary. So there is no conflict with the club or anything like that. So no.
So whoever told you that, perhaps you could relay that message. I would be very grateful. Thank you. I won't get angry now, unless you ask that question again, in which case I might do.
I'm just going through any that we've. Okay, so we've got a few people asking to come on next year, so that's fine. It's we're okay. Right, what have we got in here? Pre-season in Scotland.
I got some sad news for you.
What's that?
Royston says, I'm having to log off. Must say, guys, I've really enjoyed this. Please do it again, and thanks for all you do for the fan base at STFC. Thank you, Royston.
Look forward to hearing you next week. Right. What have we got here? We've got anything? Max said he hears you paid triple for your season ticket. Max, if you can let me know who that SO69 supporter is, that'd be much appreciated, and then I can
have a word and put them right.
Yeah, just yeah. Is there any plans to utilise Statuary Park more to encourage fan interaction for the games, either by the club or OSC vendors, etc.? Yes, there is. There is a project being looked at for the flooring in there. So, but that's all I can say at the moment.
Yes, that's true. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should also compliment the Community Foundation on the John Trollope statue and the work that went on around there. I mean, it looks lovely, and quite rightly, drawn a lot of praise. And we should say that next week, Shane from the Community Foundation will be on the sofa with us for half an hour. I mean, we're glad to get half an hour with him, to be honest. But he's going to be joining us next week to talk about their plans during the summer and all the work that they're doing. So looking forward to that very much indeed. Couldn't come on tonight. He was busy. When isn't he? So he'll be on with us next week.
Scouting network. No, I don't, to tell you the truth. I can ask the question though, what is the how do we do our scouting? I can ask the question.
When will you give SO69 a voice? Get them on instead of the usual Clem apologists. Well, we used to have one of them as a regular member of the panel, but he's declined to be part of the panel, I think, or has always had something on.
Last couple of times he's not been able to do it, so that's fine.
Yeah. But there's nothing to stop them coming on at all. We don't stop it.
We don't stop anybody, and they can say what they like when they're on here. So I don't know where all this is coming from. It's and to answer your question, I think, is it Sarah? I don't know if that's your name or whatever. But your question, no, he isn't. Okay, so I'm not going into that again. It's just no, he isn't. Just for Sarah's benefit. Okay, I think I've caught up.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, I think that's I've caught up with everything. So yeah, so brilliant, loads of questions. And I'll certainly take those back. Is there anything else? We've got another sort of 5 minutes. So is there anything else you want to mention? That's absolutely fine. We can cover that. Lawrence, yes, we have asked for Ian Holloway to come on, but unfortunately, it hasn't been forthcoming at the moment. So, yeah. So yeah.
I think you did the scouting network, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, done that. Yeah.
Thought there were memorial benches going in Statue Park. Well, I'm sure that's something that will be looked at, Sean. Because I think we all agree about the Don Rogers statue. It is a magnificent thing, and I know Steve might put an awful lot of work into getting that done. So, and we should say, of course, the sculptor is the same one that did John Trollope. What a fantastic job he did, and we've had him on here talking about the statues, haven't we? So
yeah.
We're very lucky to have those two statues at the football club, I think. Right, any more?
I don't know, Sean. I don't know if memorial benches were mentioned regarding the Statue Park. I know they've got them around the John Trollope one over at Foundation Park for certainly things that they've got people that they've lost in connection with Foundation Park, but I don't think that's been suggested because I don't know, but I could ask if anybody else has heard that. So
Rich asks, do we know who the new Rockin' Robin is going to be?
No.
It's a simple answer. No.
And we're going to say thank you to Malcolm for his years of doing that. He's stepping down this year, so I expect they're working on somebody else to do that. If anybody knows anybody that we can pass their name on to, please let us know and we can pass it on. Bike stands, plan for bike parking. Yeah, I can put that down. At the ground, yeah. Okay. Okie dokie, and not much. Yeah, okay. Five, I'll leave you that one to work to answer Sarah about.
Which one's that? There's so many of them.
I know. It's FRI ones to from Sarah and Fifey. So
yeah. I will say here and now categorically, neither Chris or I get any free tickets for anything. So I don't know what apart from I should have got my season ticket and showed it to you, I guess. But stop the rumor.
Justify it, Vic. You don't.
No, I don't. You're quite right. Alan says,
sad that they think that we get anything for what we do. It's no. But...
And actually, we've raised thousands of pounds for charity. Maybe you'd like to say that. Hi, Alan. Is there any plans for bicycle parking at the county ground? You can put that down.
Yeah, I've got that
on the list.
And regards to paying replicas of the statue, yes, that was mentioned, wasn't it? So I will put that down as well, Claire. Yeah, that's down. Stanley, the retainers should be coming out this week sometime. That is all we know at the moment. Elliot, is it true Anthony was hit in Old Town? No, it wasn't. It was not true. It was a rumour. Okay, Aidan Flint's the new Rockin' Robin. He's got nothing to do on Saturdays now.
Very good. I like that one. That's very good.
Jason,
actually, yeah, go on.
Sorry, carry on.
No, No, I was just going to say he'd be tall enough for it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Replicas of the statues. Have you mentioned that one, or is
Yeah,
that,
I've just done that. So
you've done that one?
Claire's
Yeah, sorry.
question. I said we'll look into that. Yeah.
Redevelopment plan, says Jason.
Not heard anything. I know the JV met last week. So there might be something coming out when it's planned, the new vote or whatever is planned. But I haven't heard anything as yet.
Hi, Adrian. Looking forward to opening and shutting the gate behind you next season until we meet again, sir. Now, as you come down from the back to the pitch, there is there's a gate you have to go through, and then there's one of these things that goes across. It's not a gate; it's just a band, and I cannot, for the life of me, get that darn thing back again. Once I've opened it, I can't get it back. So, Adrian, thank you for your help. And thank you for the many chats we have throughout the course of the season. Thank you. Neil's also been in touch. JV meet this Wednesday, he says. There you are.
Okay.
Thanks, Neil.
They matter, yeah. Okay. Did the club ever contemplate refunding fans for games such as Colchester and Grimsby? I personally, and this is my opinion, I don't think they should refund any fans. Fans, you go to watch the game and you see the game. It's a chance you take, isn't it? Really, it's football. So, yeah, I don't think. But that's only my opinion about refunds.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I've been to lots of things at the theatre and stuff, and concerts, and you think, gosh, wish I hadn't bought that, but that's the way it goes. Right, we're coming to the end of an hour. Thank you for all the hard work. Like to be rocking Robin if I can do it, says Rich. Well, that's not up to us, is it? We don't have a say in that. So
no, we don't.
No, as we don't have a say in a lot of things, to be fair.
Brilliant. Thank you ever so much for all the lovely comments. As we say all the time, Vic and I love doing this. It is hard work. I'm not saying it isn't. As Fifey probably knows as well. There's a lot of work goes in the background, but it's well worth it because ones like this where we can just come on and just chat. It's great. So thank you for all the lovely comments. And I think that's everything. Yeah,
I think we've done it. Yeah, we're at the.
We've done the hour. It's brilliant. But again, any questions? We will put out on our Facebook pages our email. I couldn't do it because I was worried that I was going to lose everything when I went into another screen to put it up on the banner. So I will let Justin know privately on that. But if anybody has got any questions, just go, let us know. Okay, thank you, Sarah, for confirming that. I will take that further with you. Yes, we've had thoughts on Ian's Holloway's treats fans. I think it's not good. As people know, he did have a rant at the OSC end of season dinner, which it did upset me because it's a lot of work putting those type of things on, and it was the wrong place, wrong time, to the wrong people. But yeah, he's passionate. I get that, but yeah, he needs to understand what the fans want and what the fans are there for. So yeah, but yeah. Brilliant. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We will be back here next week. As Vic said, we've got Shane on for a while, and then we will be working with others to get the other Mondays sorted. But again, if anybody has any suggestions what we can do, please let us know. And thank you for watching tonight. Thank you, Vic. It's been fun.
Yeah.
And hope all goes well with you tonight on with Fifey. It'll be a good watch. I'll watch that tomorrow. So, but yeah, so fantastic. And take care, everybody. And we will see you soon. Oh,
can I
go on?
Just say one more thing?
Yeah.
My wife works very hard in the Junior Reds room. She doesn't get free tickets either. She's got a season ticket. So anybody wants to come up to ask me, we will show you our season tickets. It's that simple. So there.
Okay. All right. So don't get upset, Vic. It's one person.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you next week. Take care.
We will.
Have a good week.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.